Hello, this is M4 again. I'm going to show you how to get through Tubba's castle without bow. So this isn't necessarily a trick per se. This is mostly just movement. So first, I'm going to show you what an optimal movement cycle looks like, more or less. So when you're moving in Paper Mario, the fastest way to do this is clearly with a spin and then a jump, right? So everyone knows that. But the height of your jump actually makes a pretty significant difference because when you're jumping, that's time that you're spending like not moving at the spin speed, which is obviously like far faster than anything else you could do. So what you want to do, and you'll probably want to practice this for doing movement through Tubba's castle, you're going to want to learn when to jump and you're going to want to jump as low to the ground as possible. So you want as close to a one frame input as you can get. Notice that these jumps are like really short. So what you want to jump as low as possible. That generally looks something like this. You can get a little lower most of the time, but it's a one frame input, which is kind of difficult to do. So the optimal timing to jump out of your spin is either when you need to change your angle, which generally you only have to do that in complicated rooms or if you have a bad angle, or you want to listen for a certain audio cue near the end of your spin that tells you you're about to slow down. So hear that it increases in pitch near the end. That tells you when you want to jump, for the most part. And this is what it sounds like when you just do a full spin. So you want to jump when the pitch starts increasing, because after it's been increasing for a small amount of time, that's when it starts slowing down. So, really quick, there isn't much more to moving through Tubba's castle than that. There's one room that's a little more complicated doing it without bow, and I'll show you what to do when we get here. So, for the most part, just enjoy the movement. You do not have to be particularly optimal to do this, as long as you're somewhat close to having a really good spin jump cycle. So, here we go. That's the first room, kind of easy. There's another guy up here. As long as you're fast, it doesn't really matter where you are. I think if you're closer to the bottom or the top of that little railing section, you get slightly more time, but it's very small, and I don't think it's going to make the difference the majority of the time. This room has a sentinel in the middle, so you want to take an angle right there, just so you don't, like, run into him head-on, because if that happens and he starts chasing you, if you're not particularly experienced, you might make a mistake and get caught in that previous room. So just take the angle on the second spin. It's easier that way. So this is the complicated room I was talking about. This is Bola's Spike Room. This is done in most categories of Paper Mario speedrunning, as well as the randomizer. You can just use bow if you have her. It really is not that much slower. I would recommend doing that if you're not confident in your movement. So this is significantly tighter than anything we have to do outside. So you see the cycle that the spikes are poking out? You want to make it from here all the way over to the chest in between the spikes popping out. So what I do for this is I line up like right here, and then I take 3 angles. I spin up with a little bit of right, and then I spin down right, and then I spin upright, and then jump, do a full jump like at the end. So this is generally what that's going to look like. However, you don't have to be, just like in the rest of the castle, you don't have to be, like, super perfect or anything to make this. But it is somewhat tight. Even a very small mistake, like a bad angle at the beginning or something, will result in you getting hit, so just be careful of that. The fastest way is to exit this. You can jump on the chest and then jump from the chest to these left spikes here. That's one way. Let me get back there really quick. The other way, if you're really, really fast, is you can hold down into the spikes and then press C down to use Parakarry's ability. You can only get that if you're really, really fast getting over to the chest, generally. So, one more time, really quick. That was kind of close. But you can see how you can, like, make mistakes and still make this. They just can't be any major ones. And when you're exiting this room, by the way, you're going to want to mash spin left, because this guy has a low chance of being able to poke you. I'm sure you guys all know how to do this, but if you don't, here's a really quick time save you can do in this room while doing checks. If you line up roughly right here and use Parakarry's ability, you can just get straight up onto the bed. You don't have to come over here and open the door if you do that. Don't worry about unlocking that door. You can lure that guy around, it's fine, it's not gonna lose you much time. It's a little complicated how you do that fast, so I just wouldn't worry about it, for the most part. The last things you're gonna wanna worry about are Tubba up here. I think he's here. Yeah, he's here. Okay, so, this is way more lenient than it looks. Just spin up to the wall, and then just do good spins past him. It's way easier than it looks. This room here, you want to get in the middle, and then grab the key from up top, and then spin down right, and right again, and you get here. And that is basically Tubba's castle. Thank you for watching.